What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with Derek Lunsford. So the man is setting new PRs in the gym, and that too when he is less than 3 weeks out from the Olympia this year. So 11 plates on each side. That is some impressive strength right there. So he's training his quads very heavy all the way till the Olympia this year. So if this peak goes really well, the legs on him are gonna appear nice and full. And I think we can all agree that is going to play the biggest factor in Derek's overall physique, his look on the stage, and also his placings at the Olympia this year. Because we have now seen this at two different instances. First at the Olympia last year, and then at the Pittsburgh Pro this year, where the quads on Derek, they look downsized, and his amazing balance top to bottom, that just got screwed over big time. So that is something that just throws away so much from his entire physique, especially from the front. Now Derek knows, his coach knows, who by the way is Chris Aceto, that they have to shoot for that same physique that he presented at this year's Arnold, Ohio, at the very least, in order to have a shot at this year's Olympia title. And if they want a sure shot thing, then he needs to be even better than that. Now make no mistake, and you can also hear it from Derek too, in each and every one of his videos leading into the Olympia this year, that he is very confident that the Olympia this year, that is going to be his best look ever. Now people have been kind of underestimating Derek, and they also underestimate how impressive that side leg was at this year's Arnold, Ohio against Samson. He was razor sharp, and he had so much detail and such amazing size in both the side shots. And those two are very strong points for him. So Jose Raymond was one of those guys who competed against Derek Lunsford when he was up and coming in the 212 Olympia. And he's the only guy who predicted that Derek is gonna win this year's Olympia title. So that opinion is based on this one fact, that Jose has seen some of the recent physique updates from Derek. And the biggest difference in Derek's overall physique this year compared to what we saw at the Pittsburgh Pro and also at the Olympia last year is that even this close to the show, he looks very big, very round compared to his previous preps. Now I'm gonna say this again, people are underestimating Derek a bit too much, the same way they did before this year's Arnold. I mean, some people out there, they are putting him in 5th place, and I have got to say they are being very delusional. Before you scroll or blink too hard, have you subscribed yet? Please don't make me bring out the emotional blackmail. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. It's free, it's painless, and that makes me look way cooler than I actually am. Next up, we have a 3 weeks out physique update from Akim Williams. So is that the best side leg in the entire men's open bodybuilding, and not just right now, in that entire history? Well, I do believe that is certainly in that top 3 with all that crazy detail that Akim has. So there was a time Akim also used to train at the auto gyms in Kuwait. And with the kind of mass that Akim has, we always wondered whether Akim will ever bring his 100%, whether he will ever be truly in shape. So fast forward to the time starting from last year's Arnold, Ohio. Ever since he started working with Chris Aceto as his coach, he has been very consistent in bringing superb conditioning in almost every single show that he has done. So he did like a total of 6 shows last year, and he came in an amazing condition in every single one of them. So the best of Akim Williams, that was the Olympia back in 2020, where he placed top 6, the highest he has ever placed at the Olympia level. And him and Chris Aceto, they are going for that same look for this upcoming Mr. Olympia too. Because as per Akim, that was the best and most balanced look of his entire pro career. So this time Akim is gonna be challenged by some new, young up and coming guys for a top 10 spot. But the kind of density and muscle maturity that Akim has, that is next level. And he is never one of those guys who are already 3 weeks out. But based on this condition, he looks very solid right now. So Akim's back. That just overshadows the quality of physique that he brings every single time. The guy is one of the true mass monsters of this era who has consistently gotten bigger and better. But at the same time, he also maintained a very small waistline during all this time. So do you guys have Akim in your top 10 for the Olympia this year? Next up, we have an update from Jordan Hutchinson, the Tampa Pro and Texas Pro champion, easily in the list of those guys, those bodybuilders who improved the most from last year to this year. So based on his update, leading into Tampa Pro, he was being noticed as the potential top 3. Now it was close between him and Quinton Beastwood at Tampa Pro, but he absolutely shut the door on everyone at Texas Pro. Now I personally think that his own expectations for his Olympia debut this year, which is like 7th or 8th, they are kind of unrealistic. Don't get me wrong, he's an amazing bodybuilder and his time will come. But there are some big names who he's gonna struggle to beat, especially this year, like William Bonac and also Brendan Carey. Now things can be very different next year and he might end up in that top 6. But right now, although Jordan is very balanced, but things are kind of different when you get compared to the likes of Brendan Carey, who still has that unbelievable symmetry, amazingly round muscle bellies. Now the key advantage that he's going to have over some of these other guys, that is going to be his conditioning. He was peak to perfection, especially at Texas Pro, and all the shows that he did last year, he continued to get better, one after the other. So he's that type of pro who gets better the more he competes. So let me know what you guys think. Can Jordan be in that top 10? So this year's 212 Olympia lineup, that is going to be one of the most exciting Olympia lineups that we have seen in a long time. So the first place, that is of course locked down by Keon Pearson. But have a look at this 3 weeks out physique update from Nihat, the guy who is most probably going to be the biggest rival of Sean Tarida for that second place finish. Now we are looking at a potential multiple times 212 Olympia champion, and if you think about this, if we rate Nihat's potential, it's absolutely sky high. Champions like Keon, Sean, Kamal, they weren't anywhere close to placing top 3 in their 212 Olympia debut, and Nihat just beat Angel Calderon at this year's Dubai Pro, and Angel has been a consistent top 3 212 Olympian. So the size on this kid, the roundness, that is so staggering. Now it was a very long prep for Nihat for this year's Dubai Pro. So hopefully he peaks the same way for this upcoming Olympia too. So he also works with Patrick Tuor, who is one of the best coaches in the industry right now. So he's in good hands. But that being said, for him to be a 212 Olympian, he has to suck down to that 212 weight cap. Because the rate at which he's getting bigger, there is gonna be only one option for him, and that is going to be open bodybuilding. So with Keon's open debut happening this year, and based on his look and the results of this upcoming Prague Pro, this is going to be a decisive factor on when Keon makes that switch, the permanent switch to the men's open. Hopefully that happens next year, because then we will have a title up for grabs in the 212 too. So Nihat right now is 22, and let's say he wins the Olympia next year. Isn't that some kind of a record if we look at the history books of the Olympia? So these 3 weeks out comparison pictures posted by Logan Franklin, that is the main reason why he is so confident going into this year's Mr. Olympia and Classic. Now I have no idea how much of a difference the sunlight is making here, but the side leg here, that is looking insane compared to how that looked back during his Arnold Ohio prep. The overall muscularity on him, that is considerably enhanced in every single mandatory. The quads from the front, they're looking fuller, more rounder, and with the shape and the flow that Logan already has, that is gonna be a game changer come Olympia this year. Now that being said, I still believe that he isn't close to beating guys like Mike Sommerfeld or Terrence, or I'm gonna say even Ramon, especially in the back shots. That being said, the back double biceps does look improved, as we can see more width and more density has been added there since this year's Arnold. So Florida Pro that he won a couple of weeks back, that was just a glimpse of what to expect from him come Olympia this year. So this is gonna be Logan's best Olympia showing to date. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.